Welcome back, everybody. Dren608 plays, playing Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We don't have a lot to do here. I did find a couple of, like, little tiny quests by going out and talking with people. So I was going to do a little bit of crusade management. I'm going to run around town and see if I can find anybody else that I forgot that joined my crusade. I also want to go back and talk to Berenger, because I think we finished his event. I want to see if he's got anything else to offer. I'm really trying to figure out a way to get across those barriers that I can't seem to get across. Because if you look, I've got Bastion to Fortress. I can build another outpost to a Bastion. Do I have another outpost I really need to have it be a Bastion? Maybe this one, because that's pretty much on the frontier. I'm kind of looking at my frontiers. I put this one here. This probably shouldn't have been a Bastion. The other one to think of is maybe put a Bastion here, because that's close to a frontier. About as close to the frontier as I can get. That'll put me on each side of the rift. For some reason I thought this one was on this side of the rift, so I think we're going to go ahead and do another outpost to Bastion. Not enough resources. Why am I not having enough resources? What am I missing? Probably money. Yeah, I'm really down on finances, so when I get there I will do that. Again, I don't know if I need to be stacking up points here for level ups after this chapter ends. So I haven't really read ahead in the wikis to find out what's going to happen in the next chapter or whatever. The only thing I ever do is when I find a location, like I found this location, I went and looked up that location in a couple of the wikis to see if there was a puzzle, and if there was, just from a standpoint of recording this, it's very boring to have me sit here for a couple of hours trying to hit or miss on a puzzle. So I've been using the wikis to solve puzzle pieces like that, just from a recording standpoint, so that you can just see me do the solution rather than all the nonsense I have to do to try and figure it out. We have got two nasty armies here. One with a Balor. This one's just got a lot of big nasties in it. And I think we had done... So we've cleared off the monsters down here. So I can't get around the corners here. I don't know. Like I said, I think I want to go talk to Greyboar and to Berenger to see if I can get anything else going here. Don't have a lot that we can do. Well, that is something I do need to check. So this is army number 1. Where's army number 3? It's way down here. Where's army number 2? Can't move, because I just got done doing a battle with him, more or less. Right? Because we beat up the air elementals. And I don't think she's strong enough to take those on, so I need to do an army switch. And when I do that, I'm going to see if I can't make him be like a strength 11 army. So doesn't look like we have any armies marching. And again, I can't get over here. It's a short hop through the woods. Why can't I get there? It's very forced. My crusade is doing very well. I should be able to keep on advancing, and they're stopping me artificially. And if there were rifts, I would understand it. But I get out here, there's no rift here. So one of these things should let me go around through the woods and get to this side of this rift and be able to march down this way and take these forts. But obviously that's forced to be saved to the later chapters. So we're going to do an army switch here. Let's see, army number 1 is there. Army number 2, 3 is there. Army number 4 is that one. Army number 5 is on its way to them. Okay, so army number 3 You're going to do the long march. Fortunately, you have lots of points to march with. You march to there. I think you can get to there. Alright, and who are you? Are you army number 1? You're army number 1. So what are you? Army number 4? Oh. Yeah, you were something I moved by accident. We'll park you there. Because I really don't need these. These two armies are kind of like superfluous. Alright, can't move anybody else. Oh, one thing I do need to check. I made this mistake earlier. I'm actually going to go back to my thing to rest. I'm going to see if I can do no meal. Because I think I'm using up, when I do skip days, I think it keeps whatever last meal you had. And uses up your ingredients, which I don't want to do. So I'm going to actually go in here. Can I not do a meal? Okay, so I'm sitting on hearty meal. The reason why I can't do cheese crostata anymore is because I used up all my rice previously. I'm worried that it's using up my purifying solution. I wonder if I put that in my chest, would it not give me a meal? Alright, let me try something here. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna try something. I'm trying to preserve my stuff for when I'm gonna be elsewhere. So we're going to take the purifying solution. Here's the purifying solution. What happens if I put that in here? Do I have books to still sell? I never did go sell these books. Alright, we're going to go put the purifying solution there. Then I'm going to see what happens if I rest. I shouldn't be able to make any kind of meals. So what happens if I rest anyway?
It'll be tough getting a helmet to fit you, but we can't leave your head unprotected.
Just as long as it doesn't have a visor. Or how else am I meant to scare the enemy?
Okay. So hopefully that means I won't use up any ingredients, because I really don't need a meal. I'm just kind of wandering around here. I'm going to go run out here and sell things. I wanted to go talk to Greybor, and I want to talk to Berenger again. So we're going to run across the city real quick, since I got to wait for my armies to do things. Berenger is at the Half Measure Tavern. I could sell him the books. I just need to get rid of those books. So talk to him. Sir Armored Armadillo. You have to go back quite a few sessions to see where that came from. But he was like, what should I call you, kind of thing. And I made the joke, I don't care, you can call me an armadillo for all I care. And he went, so be it. Sir Armored Armadillo is who I've become to this elf. I really like this Tavern Keeper Fi. I think it's hilarious. I don't think he has any more. He does have rice. So I'm going to go ahead and buy his rice, because that helps the croissant. His cheese. I mean, he has lots of stuff, but he doesn't have any more purifying solution. I'm running out of that, and I can't seem to make it. So that's kind of worrying me a little bit. Oh, I was going to sell books. Here, have some books. Cooking Almanac, this. Oh, I wanted to keep that, I think. May Canavers be damned. Okay. Yeah, these were all extras that I had. I wanted to get rid of. Still don't know what to do with the Numerian Bomb. I think I was supposed to use that in the last gift of a mind or whatever that one was. I think I was supposed to use that to blow open a door. So I have this bomb that it doesn't tell me what I can use it for. Carrying it around, I'm like, I have a Numerian bomb. You give me a door I can't open. Can I use the Numerian bomb on it? But there was only one door I've ever seen ask about that. And then this is heart of the device. I still don't know what to do with that. I don't know if I need to give that to somebody or just stick it in my chest. So I end up paying him 31. Huh? How much did this rice cost me? 200? 45, 60, 74, 88, 102, 116, 147, 167, or something like that. But I don't think I want to sell him any of this stuff. This is another one of those things I need to put in my chest. Is there anything I want to leave with him? Again, I'm almost thinking I don't need to carry all these potions with me. Because they're just weight that I'm not using them. I suppose the reason why I'm keeping a lot of this stuff is when I get to the point where I don't have spells anymore, then I'll grab the potions and grab the scrolls to use for like one more battle to maybe get myself out of trouble, kind of stuff. So that's why I'm kind of hanging on to all these things here. I don't use them on a regular basis. I probably should be. So I got 50 charges of Cure Moderate, 25 in this one. Cure Lights, I have 15. And then he's holding a Cure Critical. Salsa is. Okay, well. Pay him 31 for that. I was going to go take a look over here. I'm trying to see if I find anybody that has like a name that's not really a companion or anything. People like this that might have some kind of adventure for me to go on. Citizens. Pretty sure citizens don't give me anything. We're gonna go run over here. Greyboar's usually over here somewhere. Peasant. There's Greybor. Let's go see if there's anything special to do with Greybor. Oh, here politely, is always good. Wisps of sweet smoke rise from his pipe. Can I help you, Commander? Do you have a family? Family I'm from are honest merchants and loyal worshippers of Torag, but by now they must think I'm dead. They'd be appalled if they found out how things really stood. Touch his pipe until it cracks. So for my other family, I got one of those too. On my travels, I met a woman, fair and kind. For her, I laid down my weapon, got a house, became a simple city dweller. We had a daughter. We lived like that for a year and a half before the road called me back. I loved her, but that life, it was like I was being buried alive. I was ready to kill myself just to end the torturous meaninglessness. Only the road could cure me of these thoughts, but for some reason I kept going back to that house I once lived in, to the woman I once loved. Daughter I don't even really know, and who doesn't know me. I watched from afar. I don't have the right to return to their lives. Mora, my daughter, I don't know what she is to me, the biggest mistake of my life or the greatest mark I'll leave on the world. Yeah, I've been going on the good path. At least you understand. Yes, I do. Brought you here. There's a lot of good jobs here, not many competitors. A lot of dangerous demons, and every one of them has gobbled up someone's son, wife, or best friend. And who do they come to for vengeance? To the Crusaders? They're bound up by their orders, and they lack the necessary skills. People who hire me don't want to wait until the crusade ends, if it ever will. That's where I come in, ready to deliver targeted vengeance today for a generous fee. What's your opinion? I'd lie if I said I see much difference between me and the Crusaders. Times now aren't like they were during the First Crusade. Nowadays, the ranks of Crusaders are filled with fugitives, opportunists, exiled nobles, fortune hunters, and lads who just plain love carnage. And all of them should thank the gods that the whirlwind is still open, otherwise they'd be busy with robbery and murder. And when they met me in the street, they'd not be wearing noble scowls, but taking off their hats and addressing me as Sir. Sounds logical, although many Crusaders would not agree with you. They have the right to their opinion just as I do. Okay. I don't need to know more about his past. I've kind of been down that road. Alright, that's, yeah. Breaking my contract would get rid of him, which I don't want to do. Alright, so he didn't have anything. We've talked with 5, so let's get out of here and go wandering around. By the way, if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button. You really like to see, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notify bell. Be notified when I upload videos and or schedule streams. Let me go outside. I'm just trying to find people that I... Sire, there was that guy. Ilan I've talked to. He didn't have anything. Who am I missing? I'm trying to remember all the people that I ran into, you know, that came and quote-unquote joined the crusade. It's the one-eyed devil. He doesn't... I don't think he has anything I want, right? Yeah, sorry about a heroic fight with a horde of demons. Truth be told, this is how it happened. Back when I was not going good, I had just opened my first honest business selling tide. Logids quickly took notice of me and offered me protection in return for a small share of the profits. Usual, you know, but I was so young, inexperienced, and greedy, so I told them to bugger off. Well, they caught me and taught me a lesson. They took it too far, though. I paid for the lesson with my eye, not just bumps and bruises. It's funny to remember it now, but back then, when it was happening, I was so scared I thought they'd beat me to death. I remember I came running home in tears, and my mom just started screaming. I didn't have a clue why, and then I looked in the mirror and saw that there were just shreds and mush where one of my eyes should be. I remember that lesson all my life. Ever since that day when I started business, I find some reliable business partners first. If I'd been born in a merchant family, my parents would have warned me about this and about plenty of other things, too. But I was a poor lad, so I had to learn everything the hard way. It's a miracle how many times I escaped death by a hair's breadth. In fact, it's lucky I lost them. All I lost was one eye. I can afford a new eye, of course, but, you know, I just can't find the time. It will cost us a tidy sum, and I don't want to take it out of the earnings. And besides, being the one-eyed devil is a big selling point for me. Be a fool to get my eye back, only to have to keep it hidden under a patch. Okay, I can't remember what he sold. He's got a +4 charisma. That's the only thing he sells there. Ingredients. Nothing really great. Nothing really great here. I think he had a little bit of silly armor that I don't really need. And nothing really great in weapons. So he's kind of a no-need merchant for me now. I think I've talked with all these guys recently. Right? Horgus has not changed. Right? I don't think Holrun's changed either. Zaire is depressed because of his young friend. Does this matter? No, I decided there was too much evil in the world. Someone had to do something about it, try to fix it. I decided to become a priest, and then I saw the ever-bright Crusader so proud, so pure. And someone next to me said, "What arrogant snobs." And he was right. We ever-bright Crusaders actually are a little arrogant, so I thought maybe these now I could use the help and companionship of a simple, warm-hearted lad like myself. Who knew that years later I would become their leader? And So high standards, low restrictions. We have no families, drink no liquor, play no games of chance. Accumulate no wealth and own no lands, even if we were entitled to them by birth. Reject everything that distracts us, that draws us to a peaceful life, for our hearts are always turned toward war. But war is a grim, ugly thing that makes wicked everyone who takes part in it, and we keep our hearts pure so that we are not left sickened by war. The light does not fade, because darkness can only be overcome by light. Okay. Yes. Preaching. Whole room.
Beautiful.
Just trying to see if there's any other named people, because that one guy didn't show up as a purple blob thing. No. Nothing new there. Okay. What's this? Oh, this is a different novel. Following Sosel's example in painting things. So I'm not finding anybody new here. Actually, I can't even talk to these people. This would be Ember again. I don't think she's changed. That hasn't changed. That's the same thing we read before. Okay. Alright, I've talked nothing new for her. Nobody named in here. Okay. Is there anybody up on the walls? Lady Konami. I haven't talked with her in a long time. Nino has already interrogated me. We are the individual, truly we consider incapable of normalcy. We find our passion and surrender to it entirely mind and soul. Though in Nino's case, I fear that the mind was lost along with the common sense. I kind of agree with you. Okay, all the other stuff we've gone through once before, so I don't need to talk there. Yeah, I'm just not finding any new people to talk to. I wonder if Graham has anything new to say. I haven't talked with him since the last time we interrogated him. I'm going to run into these buildings just to see if there's anybody in there. Then we'll head back over here to Behringer. So this is going to be a run around, talk to people thing. Let's go into the prison. Run down here. We only got one prisoner. Graham. Nothing new. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do with you. Ah, black screen. Da 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 da. Black screen. I really wish they'd put back up the screensavers. It's like the screensavers take forever to load, and by the time they load, you're ready to be back on the street. Eagle watch people. Nobody to talk to here. Alright. Nope, doesn't look like there's anybody to talk to there. Should I go back into these houses and abandoned buildings? I've already been there. Well, I'm down here. I might as well. I'm trying to see if there's other people that I should talk to that I haven't met yet. I haven't seen any. Oh, come on. I wish it would move me as fast on this map as it does on some of the other maps. Alright, let's go in here. Abandoned building. Hopefully they cleaned up Camellia. Or is she still down here? No, she's been cleaned up. And nothing down here. Okay. Nothing new.
Here we go.
And out. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Up the stairs, down the stairs. Doing my stairs for the day, guys. See, when you click here, you move really fast, but when you're on the street map, it's not so fast. It's really slow. I've talked with Lan. I don't think we've got anything really left to do. I want to go talk to Berenger and see if he had an event the last time I talked to him. So we'll go up here, and then we'll go back up into our Citadel. And then we'll probably put a break in, and then I'll do a bunch of 5th Crusade stuff next time. Have to turn myself around. Go into the church. Run up here and see if he's got anything new. Okay, so nothing new. So he doesn't have a new like quest or something for me to do for him. So I guess I'm just kind of stuck. Nothing else to do. Nothing left to do, and I can't go anywhere road-wise because the armies are just not letting me get across those gaps, and I can't move across them. So it must be something that's only going to happen in the next chapter, which, you know, Alcat, that's not really cool. You should let the 5th Crusade proceed. You're kind of forcing me into your narrative and not allowing me to choose the narrative. One of the things by the way, and for those of you that don't know me, little background, I played the original Dungeons & Dragons, the 3-pamphlet book, boxed set. That's where I started with D&D. I have been running D&D since 1976 in one form or another. I stopped with basically what everybody calls 2nd edition rules, the advanced D&D. Added a lot of my own private rulings and different charts and things. So I've been doing this for, God, almost 50 years. And one of the things I found that was most enjoyable for my players is that while I would write out sort of an outline of the story where I want it to go, it was the players' choices that told me where the story was going to end up. And so I would adapt based on choices that they made. And if they actually took me, I mean, in a computer game, there's got to be some blind alleys that it's just like, there's nothing here. And it really should, you know, and I would tell them flat out if there was, like, someplace they wanted to go, and I'm like, guys, that's not developed, so we're just going to say that you can't get there for now. Give me a couple years to develop that area. And they would be very happy with that. At least they had the choice to try. You'd have to do the same thing in a computer game. There has to be a point where you can't just go there. But I know all the places they have out there are already scripted. And if I wanted to go out there, even if I'm not at the right level, I should be able to go out there and get my head beat in. And I'd say, okay, that's not a place I want to go because, you know, the armies are 10 times stronger than my armies, and the monsters are 10 times stronger than my party, so obviously I need to go do something else in order to be able to deal with that. They don't give me that choice. They're just like, nope, you can't go any farther. You've got to end the chapter and do what we want. So, anyway, I'm going to put a cut in here. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button. And really like to see you, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notify bell to be notified, upload videos, and or schedule streams. I'm Dren608, and until we meet again, stay safe and bye-bye.